I think, especially when it comes to Latin, there's this idea of like, with any minority community, it's like we're not a monolith. And I think especially Latin stories, it's like Latin people should tell their stories because even country and demographic-wise, there's so much stories. Like for me, yes, I'm Latin, but I am a Black woman, and it's like, for me, it's like, how do I show representation and show like the Black Latin community in a different light outside of just like, you know, what we've only seen. So I think the thing is, it's like going for the stories we wish we saw growing up, but also like creating opportunities and space for like all the diversity that is within. So yeah. Hi, I'm Stacy Pascal Gaspard, and I am an actor, writer, director. My movie actually did its New York premiere at the New York Latino Film Festival, Queen of Samba. So I'm here, premiering my short. Queen of Samba, a couple things inspired it. There was this documentary I saw called Too Black for Brazil that talked about a dark-skinned Afro-Brazilian dancer who won this big nation competition in Brazil, and then the people were petitioning and saying she was too Black to represent Brazil, and they just replaced her with a mixed race girl and didn't tell her an explanation or anything. And then there was a painting while I was in film school. It's from 1895 Modesto. It's like Ham's Redemption, and that for me was like first year of film school, seeing that painting where a dark-skinned like Brazilian grandmother, her hands are up to the sky, her mixed race daughter, so she's like a mulata, is holding like a white baby and then a white Portuguese man. And pretty much what that painting symbolized is her thanking God that the Blackness has been erased. So for me, I saw this painting as a tragedy where it's like, for you, your best thing you think to leave for your legacy is erasing yourself. So all those things kind of inspired what I created in this piece. When it comes to colorism, it's very universal, you know? So it's like, we see it in Africa with the lightning cream, we see it in Jamaica, we see it in like South Asia, Asian cultures, and I think for me, when it comes to the colorism conversation, like even in the US, like in the 90s, I know people would talk about the brown paper bag test, where it's like you had to be that complexion in order to be on camera. And today we still kind of see it where people favor lighter skin actors over dark skin actors. And I think the thing is, with colorism, it's like so integrated in our social norm and community. And I really wanted to just start the conversation, because I know it's a larger conversation. It's centuries of unpacking things. But you know, the fact like, I'm happy that we have the natural hair movement, but there's still areas of work that if you're wearing your natural hair, it's not acceptable, you know? So I think for me, it was like, as an artist, how can I just create something to start a conversation? I don't have all the answers, none of us do, but I think we need to acknowledge that it does exist, and how do we create for the next generation something that feels more acceptable, you know?
That managed your mental health while working on this film?
Definitely community, people that I felt safe around, because I think, you know, when you're creating art, you are in a vulnerable space, and, you know, long hours, like navigating a lot of energy. So I think for me, it was definitely like actively resting and finding, like, especially for me, like the safe space around community where I can like break down and fall apart and people are not like panicking, because the reality is, as a Black woman, when you're leading, if they see you crying, all of a sudden they think you can't do the job, but we're human, so yeah.